All right, let's give it a start. Okay, first of all, apologies for not holding the last week class. I wasn't in town, and it was a bit stressful, and I did not also travel with my sister. So we are going to see what we can do just to ensure that we round up this class and also make sure that the necessary values and skills are inculcated. Basically, we stopped at resource loading, right? And an assignment was actually given for us to resource load our schedule. So it's very simple. We have learned how to create resources and how to assign the resources. And I know during the creation of resources, I also explained something that we have 3 types of resources, and we learned how to create the three types of resources. So basically, if you click on enterprise and open resources, you will see all the resources you have. Like here, you can see all the resources I have. These ones, all of them, types of resources, you see it here, they are all labels, which means human being, right? So, and how to create them is very simple. Let's assume I want to create a welder. Do we have welder here? No. I want to create a welder. This is on the activity window. First thing I would do is basically click on enterprise and select resources. So to open my resource page, I can click here and click add. Okay, I'll say okay. So actually what it did was to load all the whole resources I have, but notwithstanding, it's still in track. Look at where I am. This is the one I'm creating for the decommissioning project. And under it here now, you find out that it created this one, and this one is inside logistics. So it means if I close logistics, it will close. But that's not my target. My target is to make it to be in the same level with logistics. So I need to push it out, whereby I click on this and I push it out. So you can see, sorry, I went and pushed out logistics. Look at what I'm supposed to push out, which is this activity. I click on it and I push it out. So it's out. So it's now on the same chain with logistics. So logistics missed the chain. I will send back logistics. That's a mistake I made. I will also send back this new activity. So both of them will be on the same level. So you can see a chain is holding all of them. Yeah. So now I can change the name. Let's assume this is, I want to create a label. This is welder. So I can just put here, I can put W-E-L. Let's say word. Under word, I can come here. Let's say, okay, I have welder here already. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's say I want to use this one for, okay, let's say I want to use it for welding machine. So I can say weld. Okay, you don't need to give space there. So, but this side, that's where you can now give your space, whereby you can now say welding machine. So this welding machine now is actually within this type is a non-label. So, and this welding machine can only work for, let's say only, okay, let's leave it for 8 hours, 8 hours a day. Let me put another one, which is, let me put a material. So material is something like, I will click on add again. So in the welding process, I will use this bar to give you the same level. What material do we need? So let's say we need a material called electron. So I can say electron. So under here, I will say electron. So this is electron. So under this electron now, we'll change it to material. So the electron can also work. You see the shapes, the symbol has changed. This one is human being. For non-label, you can see it, which is equipment. For material, you can see the symbols have changed, okay? So that's how you recognize them as well. And then when you come to the type here, you see it, okay? So this is actually how you can change these resources, how you can create resources, right? So also note, during the creation of resources, you can add the price, okay? Let's add some price range. In some cases, although in most projects, they manage price separately, but in some cases, you are entitled to add the price. of these resources, okay? So it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. As you are creating it, you can also attach the price immediately. So I will look out for the rate. So under the rate, that's where I will include the price. But before that, let me quickly ask if, let me check if we have some people in the lobby and also, okay. To confirm if Aboyomi, you are here with us. I'm not hearing your voice. Are you still active? Okay, now can you confirm you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so Kenna, you are welcome. Can you hear us? Okay, now if you are talking, you are muted. Okay, I think she just went off. Okay, so for the price, in case you want to cost load, they will be hearing about cost loading the project, right? So under the price, all you need to do is, like, this is the MD. The MD, let's assume any day this MD comes to work, we pay him $50. So $50 per hour. So I'll put 50 here. I've cost loaded it. Manager, let's say we are paying this manager $30 per hour. I'll put 30 here. Okay, so now anytime this manager is working, if you just multiply the number of hours that have been assigned for the manager to work times this 30, it will give you the price the manager will work for that day. So if you do it for the whole month, where the manager has been assigned to work, we get the total cost of the manager. Let's say planner, we are paying planner $20 per hour. And let's say cost control, the cost control guys, let's assume we are paying them $18 per hour. Sorry, the quality guys. Let's say the equipment guys, we are paying them $15 per hour. So, okay, mechanical engineer, let's say we are paying $20 per hour. Let's say welding machine. So to rent this welding machine, let's assume we are paying per hour for this welding machine. We are paying $10. Let's also say the operator, trailer operator for this project, we agree that we're paying him $15 per hour. So procurement officer, let's assume we are paying $15 per hour. So you see the way I'm clicking on it, and under price, unit and price, I'm actually assigning human resources. Let's say we are paying $20. And let's say the filter. Now remember the filter here, we have two guys. So because we have two persons here, and let's assume we are paying them $8. So the two guys we have here, we are going to pay them $16 per hour. So anytime I assign it, it's $16 that we are paying out. Let's say the filter two, the same thing, $16 per hour. If you look at the welder, so for the welder, we are paying the welder, let's say $12. So I will put one welder is here, so I'll put $12 per hour. Then the next welder guy, we're paying him $12 per hour. Logistics officer, we are paying $15 per hour. Then now we are under equipment, material and equipment, okay? So each time we are going to use this material to work, per hour we use this material, we are going to pay what? Because this is material have an advantage that you can actually put the unit of measurement that you want. Okay, you can say, no, this particular material, I want to measure it in hourly. So that will determine the level of, under material here, that will now tell us how we are going to pay, right? Are we paying per yard? Are we paying per hour? Are we paying per? So you can also create the unit you want to make.
I'm unable to see your screen again.
Sorry. Can you see it now?
No. I'm just saying your name alone.
Okay, let me just stop sharing and share again. Okay, just confirm when you can see it. Is it up?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. All right. So under this material, under material, you can choose the unit you want to measure. So you can measure on lump sum, you can measure on CPU, you can measure on QB, you can also create other units. Okay. So for this particular material, let's say we want to measure on lump sum. Okay. So you see as soon as I change it, the price has changed. The standard has changed. Remember before it was hour, right? But now you can see it is telling you that per lump sum how much. Okay. If I also go here now and I change it, if I say I'm measuring on tons, so it will not tell you how much is 1 tons. So you see it has changed per tons. So it's telling you how much is 1 tons. So but let's put it on lump sum. So let's say per lump sum of electron we are going to use, we are going to be paying, let's say 0.10. Okay, let's say $1. Let's say $1 per lump sum. Okay, yeah. And all right, that's all. So now I've created this. I just use this opportunity to show us how to create material and also how to create equipment. So I go back to the activity. You see this bar? I click on activity to give me the activity. So I can now start resource loading. Like as I said, so resource loading is just very easy. So all you need to do is you click on what you want to resource. You ask yourself, basically I've done this once. I will come here and say, okay, now for cutting, who and who will do this job? So my cutting is just my filter guys. I'll just click on this and I pick the filter. I say filter team 1, go and work for me. Okay, do I need any other person here? I said no, just the filter guy. I'll go to the next one. I actually need under cutting the same filter guys. Okay, so I will use them as well. Filter team 1. So I will also go to the next one, which is tack welding. Is the weather people that will do it. I'll say weather team 1, do that job. I'll go to dimension check. Okay, I will also ask myself a question, who is going to do this? And I will say is the quality guy. I'll say quality control, that's their work. I will go to full welding, is the welder that will come in. So I will use the welder as well. I will scroll down as well. I will go to post dimension check. I will take the quality guy as well. So this is just what I will do basically. So now, but the question is this: if I have 10,000 activities, is it how I will continue to do it one after the other? So it means that I may, just to resource load this schedule, I may do it for 1 week, right? So, but what we normally do is we cluster similar activities together and we load them. Just as simple as that. Now we say all the whole NDT, I will load with all the whole NDT. So all the whole NDT guys, I'll just select all the whole NDT. I will click on NDT number 1. I will go through my schedule. I will pick all the whole NDT. I'll click on NDT number 2. I'll just hold down my control key as I select it. When I'm done, I will just click on, have I created an NDT? So I haven't created NDT technician. Let me check if I have it here. So it seems I haven't created, okay? So I will quickly do that. But before I do that, let me continue with others. Have I created for hydrotest? No. So I will create hydrotest and NDT. So let me quickly do that. So I'll go back to resources and I will click on add. I will click on NDT. Let me move it first. So it will be on the same level. I will enter NDT. Then I will just write NDT technician, NDT tech. Okay, just one person. I'll also do for hydro text. I just click on add. I will put for hydro. Under hydro, I will now write hydro text. Okay, it's like I have hydro test already. Okay, let's just leave it here instead of wasting time to start looking for it. Hydro test. Okay, so I'm done. I will go back to the activity board. I will click on all the NDT now. I will click on this to bring it out. I will go to all the NDT. This is one. I will screw up again. Hold down my control key. Look at NDT here. I will click on NDT here. Okay, then I will go to NDT technician and I will automatically say add. So I've added two at the same time. If you scroll down now, you see that NDT has been added. I added here and I also add. Let me minimize it so that you can see the screen very well. So you can see I've added NDT technician here. I've added it with one click. So the advantage is to add multiple activity at the same time. Is to add multiple activity at the same time. So that's the major advantage for this. So I will do it for the remaining ones. So I will do it for the remaining ones, okay? So now I will come to the next one, hydro test. Do I have any other hydro test? I check. If I have any other, I just click on it. Okay, I have another hydro test here. I will hold down my control key. I'll click on the second one. So I just select hydro test here. I will assign. Okay. So there is a mistake I made when I created this hydro test and ended. I did not assign cost to them. So the implication is this: if I did not assign cost and I go and assign it later, it will not reflect in my cost. Please take note. Now look at what I mean. So if I look at the cost element here, I'm just clicking on this hydro test now. So the cost element is telling me that they are working for 8 days and duration is 3 days. 8 times 3 supposed to give us 24. Projected labor units should give us 8 times 3, which is possibly 24. Okay, but something is still malfunctioning here, so I need to correct that. So, but I just want to figure out on the cost element. So on the cost element here, let me quickly bring it out. So since the cost element is not here, because it's also good, I right click. So I need to look at cost. Under cost here, I want to bring the budgeted cost. Okay, so I'll keep it to the last. If I click apply, you see it at the last side here. You see it here. So on the cost element is 0. Okay, now if I go back and assign cost to this, you will find out that this cost will not reflect. I'll go back to my resources. I take hydro test. I will put cost. I'll click on rate and price. I will assign cost that this guy will be paying him $15 per hour. I'll also do the same thing for the NDT. So I've assigned costs. You also find out that this cost element will not reflect. So please take note, these are some common mistakes that we'll do, and you might be running helter-skelter trying to correct it. You see, the cost element is not here, okay? So now if I remove it and assign it again, I click on it, double click, and I say remove. I click on this, I say remove. Watch what will happen now. And I assign it again. I've removed it. It has disappeared. Okay, I assign it again. I say assign. You can see that the cost element is here. So please take note. If you assign any resources before adding the cost, it will not appear. So you need to remove it and assign it again. Okay, let me also remove this and assign the cost again. See, this one is 0. I will go ahead and remove it and assign it again. I will remove it and assign it again. I'll say remove. Then I will assign it. I don't want this thing to be showing, so I need to check this box and I say okay. So it will not show again. So if I assign it again, the cost element 66,000, 6,600, $660 we apply. We appear here as the budgeted cost for this activity, not for the whole project, or just for this particular activity that this guy is doing for 2 days. We are going to pay him $660. Okay, so let me quickly do for others so that we can progress. So this is something I gave as an assignment actually. So I'm just trying to round it up. Yes. So this one is coating. So I'll click on all the whole coating. I will take this up, click on, I've seen one coating here. I'll see another one, touch up painting here. It's the same person that will do it, which is the painter. So I hope I have created it, because I may not be going back to create any other one. So I'm not sure the painter we have created, but I know within my pool I have painter. I'm not sure we created painter, but I know I have painter. Yes, let me just see if I have. No painter. Okay, let's leave it. So let's say load that. Load that, we are loading out with the truck. So let's see if we have the truck. First of all, we have, okay, truck operator. I put the truck operator. Then I can also add an equipment. If I have a trailer, do I have a trailer? If I create a trailer here, I can add an equipment, but I did not create a trailer. So let me leave that. Then I go to the next one for the spading. Who and who is doing this spading? So do I have mechanical guys? So we need mechanical technician. So this is how you can see as I'm coming up with all these things. Because I did not sit down and plan my resources. That's why you see me, I'm forgetting most of these things and coming back with them. Let's start with the painter. I will create a painter now. So if I sit down and plan it, I would have notes all of them on a piece of paper before starting my, let's say painter. So this painter might not be one. This painter might be 2 persons, so I'll make it 16. And I also put how much we are going to pay them, 16. Then for the prices we are paying them, we are paying this painter, let's say we are paying them $20, $10 per 1 person per hour. So let me also create a trailer. I need a trailer, as trailer will be created as an equipment. So here I have trailer. And this trailer can also work 8 hours. And this trailer, to hire it, we are paying, let's say we are paying $20 per hour. Each hour we are using this trailer. Okay. Which other thing we identify? I think we identified 3 things. Identify for this painter, I also identify trailer here. Then mechanical technician and mechanical engineer. So that's the next one. So I have also already created, I think I've created the mechanical engineer. Let me quickly run a check. Let me run a check. Okay, yeah, mechanical engineer is here. So let me create mechanical technician. So mechanical technicians are the people that we onboard all the flanges. They are still the ones that we assist in storing. So I'll just put mech tech. Okay, let me write it in full here. Mechanical technician. So here I will make them 3 persons. 3 persons will be 24, which is 8 times 3. And I'm paying them $10. So I will put it here, $10, which is $30, which is $30 per hour for 3 of them. Okay, so I'll go back to my resources. So you can see the way I'm toggling it because I did not plan very well, but not a bad idea. So under coating, I will search for painter. Under coating, I will search for painter. So I can just come here and type. Sometimes your resources might be many, so you can just type and select it. Okay. So under here, I will just add mechanical painter. I will add mechanical. I'm just searching. It will just be coming out. I will just put mechanical engineer and mechanical technician. These are the three persons I'm putting here. I will the same thing for the spading now. All the spading now, I will just put okay. I will just put mechanical technician here. Then for the pipe, the forging, so it's only the mechanical engineer or the operation. So like as I said, it's just to pass on chemical. Then breaking of valve, mechanical technician. So if you don't know the right person, please you ask the mechanical engineer or the project manager. They will tell you the right person, the people that are doing it. Then lifting and moving of this. So this is a crane operator. So I don't think I created them. So, but I know for the movement, we need a trailer. Okay, we'll have trailer operator. Okay, I will put trailer operator. I will also put trailer. So, but I did not put a crane because we need a crane to lift it. Put it on top of the trailer while the trailer operator will now drive out. Okay. So also note that there are some things that have been. So we have installation, the same thing. The mechanical. So the mechanical guys will be here. The engineer will be there, while the technician will also be there. So for lifting and fitting, so we use mechanical. We also use the crane operator, but I did not create a crane operator. So for the welding of the spool, I will use welder. So the welder team 1 should do the job. Installation of valve. So mechanical technician and the mechanical engineer. Mechanical engineer and mechanical tech. So like as I said, you can group them. NDT has been done. Hydrotest has been done. Then for the touch-up painting. This touch-up painting is after welding on site. You don't leave it like that. You need to repaint it. So on those spots that was welded, remember the spool was already painted in the fabrication yard. So, but during the welding, that particular place is already exposed. So we need to repaint it. And we always call it coating. In case you go for an interview, don't call it painting. If you call it painting, they'll start looking at you as if you don't know what you are saying. But it's the same meaning. But however, we call it coating of the pipe. And we are coating it to prevent rusting, to prevent reaction of temperature, oxygen, and air with the pipe. So you need to coat it. Else, at that particular point, we start rusting, and from rusting, the pipe will start leaking. Okay, and as a matter of fact, when the pipe start leaking, it will not serve the purpose again. Okay, so I'm done with this. I will put a painter here. So let me just search for painter. So I'll assign a painter here. So if I go up now, PSSR is just like a check to make sure that everything has been aligned. So I'll put all the focus. So here, the technician don't need to be here, but the manager, the project manager, the PM needs to be here. The PM needs to be here. The mechanical engineer, because if there's any action, so I assigned it 2 times. Let me remove one. So the mechanical, sorry, my PC is actually hanging. Let me remove one of these here. Let me then scroll up so I can be seeing it. So under these two, the project manager should be here. Then let me put the mechanical engineer. The mechanical engineer should be there. I want to resource load 2 of them at the same time. Then the planner should also be there. Then the quality guy is a key person in this because Okay, so I think with this, we can go for the PSSR and we'll come back. All right, so now the next one is housekeeping. So housekeeping is just basically the technicians and if we have helpers, okay? So here I'm using the filters to do my, I'm using the filter things to do my, just to clean the site. As view drawing should be the cards guys, but do we have any cards? Do you have any card personnel or, okay, let's use the mechanical guy. So the mechanical engineer should be able to give us the as-built drawing. So the mobilization is the logistic team. So they are the ones to demob the equipment. Then HRO can demob the personnel. So you see how everything actually tally to what we are doing. So HRO should demob the personnel. Then for handover, this one is the work of the project manager. The PM should hand over the equipment. Okay, you can now see how we resource this project. So by looking at the activity one after the other, and we determine who and who is going to do it. So as a matter of fact, this is how to resource a schedule. So I don't know if there is any question here. If there are questions, we can take while we move ahead to the next item for today's class. Any question? Please, if you have question, you can unmute and speak. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening. Well, initially I had challenge during the class. So I just joined a few minutes back. I hope when the video is shared, I'll be able to cope with what has been done so far.
Yeah, not a problem. Yes, it's just the resource loading. We have done it before, but I just want to do it afresh so that we'll see how it goes. So as I'm doing it, you can see there are some that I did not create. So I go back to create them and continue. But if I plan it very well with a piece of paper, I wouldn't have been doing that. I would have known the entire resources I needed to do this project, and it would be very easy for me to create them and assign them. It's just what we have done. Okay.
Okay, then I feel I have done some based on what we did last time. I don't know if there is provision for maybe editing what I've done already. As in maybe where I add the planner and money and project manager, and I needed to add the QC guys that if there is a provision for that.
Come again. I'm not clear with your question.
Okay, I said that before now I have done the source loading. Then assuming, let's say the NDT, assuming I use QC, QA, guys, when I am supposed to add more than one personnel there. Is there provision for editing it to add maybe more?
Yes. Yes, I just did it now. You saw when I was removing some. You can add, you can remove. Like, let's say, for instance, if you can see my screen, I'm clicking on site visit. In site visit, I have about 4. Let's assume I want to remove the planner. I click on planner. You will see this remove here. And I click on remove. I remove planner. If you want to add planner back, it's very simple. Right? If I want to add the planner back, I just double click here again. And I look for the planner, look at the planner, and I click on it. You understand? So you can remove, you can put. It's flexible. So you can use here to remove. You can also use this to remove. So, but using this particular assign resource loading table to remove, you must make sure, like now, I want to remove mechanical. I will click on mechanical. You must make sure you go inside there and also select mechanical as well. So if I select mechanical now, I cannot remove mechanical. That's how it goes. So you must select it here. can still hear me? Am I still audible? Can anyone hear me? Please, if you can hear me, just let me know so that we can proceed.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So that's basically how to assign resources. Okay. So now next thing we want to look at is this. How do you share your information? Okay, please take note of this. It's very important. You know, I gave some assignments. You see, you find out that some people are using their phone to snap. Yeah. So if I'm working, like let's say during the process whereby you are just trying to create your resources and all the rest, you can screenshot them and send. Even let's say you are working on a report, you want to send it, you can screenshot. So it's expected that you learn how to screenshot. I know a lot of us knows it, but let me just reframe it. So to screenshot and forward in terms of report or even assignment, okay, all you need to do is to, like on my screen now, I'll use what I call the sniping tool. Just come here, you search for SIN, which is snipe. So you click on this to activate. If I want to send this as an assignment I've done.
Can't see your screen. We can't see your screen. We can't see your screen, sir.
So I think who else cannot see my screen? Let me know you need to log in and log out.
It has come up. It has come up.
So James,
Still
can
the
you see it
same,
now?
yeah. It's still the same.
Okay, let me stop sharing and share again. So confirm you can see it now.
I can't see it from here.
Yes, I can see it now.
I can't see it from here.
Let's just give it some time. Let's assume network is bad. So just let me know when you can see it. Jude, can you see it now?
No, I can't see it.
Who else cannot see it?
I can't see it. I can't see it.
So let me just give 2 minutes. Can you guys just log out and log in?
Yeah.
So just confirm when you can see it.
Yes, I can see it now. I can see
Okay.
it.
Okay, you can mute. Let's wait for Jude to come back.
Please, while they are waiting, let me ask this question, please. Can I go ahead, please?
James, you have question? If you have question, you can go ahead with your question. James, if you have question, you can go ahead with your question.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Go ahead. I can hear you, James.
Okay. My question is just, let me take a little bit back. The WPS level 2 and level 3.
Congrats, bro.
The WPS level 2 and level 3. The duration assigned to them, are they can it be changed? Because I tried clicking on them to change the duration, but it wasn't working. Hello. Hello, can anyone hear me, please?
I can hear you. You are there, so go ahead with your question.
I said, can you hear me now? I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
The WPS level 3 and level 3 and level 2 and level 3. The duration assigned to them, can it be changed?
You don't assign duration to level 3 and level 4. You only assign duration to activities. And you can change all the duration you have in an activity.
Because mine is having numbers on the WPS level 2.
Yes.
And level
so
3.
Hello. So forget about what you are seeing as level 2. So all the whole WBS, as you are assigning to the activity, they are summarizing in the WBS automatically. You understand?
Okay.
Let me give you an instance. If you can see my screen, you'll find out that, let's say on my screen now, if you look at it, you will see you will see under procurement, the green aspect of procurement, right? If you would look at where the procurement was written, you see 14. This 14 is a summary of the total 14 on procurement of spool and 14 on procurement of valve. The question now remains, if procurement of spool and valve is 14, supposed to be 28. But here we are seeing only 14. Why? Because two of them are starting the same time. So they don't have any additional. So you have only one. Since they are starting the same time, they're going to finish the same time. How? Check the date here. The date here, April 8th, start date. June 3rd, finish date. So if you check this window of time, you find out that it's just 14 days. So, and that's why if you go to WBS date now, you also see the same thing, that both of them are the same. But let me give you another example now. Now look at site works. Or let's go to the mob. Look at the mob. Now you find out that in the mob, you have 18 days as the total duration. You can't change it. The only thing that changes it is if you are changing all this duration in this activity. So now what happened here is that if I sum all these things together, if they are not finished to start, they will not give me equals to this. Let's start. This plus this, 3 plus 14 gives me 17. 17 plus 2 gives me 19. 19 plus the remaining 4 gives me 23. But here is 18. Why? There are some of these activities that are start to start. Let's go and verify. Click on the first one. Let me look at the relationship. Click on relationship. You will see that the first one and let's say the second one is finished to start to the first one. It's giving me 17 days. Then I click on the third one. The third one is start to the second one. So it means that these 2 days will be hidden inside these 14 days. So it will not count. If I click on this third one again, the fourth one is finished to start. So which means I have 14, I have 3, I have here 2. So if I plus them together now, you will be getting, this should be, okay, this start to this. So it's not actually counting. It's counting only 1 day because it has to start to this one. So it's counting 1 day. So 1 plus this is 15. Then we have this, it becomes 16. So this one is still start to start. This one now makes it 18. So hand over as well. So hand over here now is giving you 0, so which is 18 days. So that's how you get this duration here. Okay, so it's just how the duration is being multiplied. So don't bother yourself about this. You can't change it. If I minimize all these things now, you can't change them. If you want to change, all you need to change is this duration in these days. Okay, if you change the duration in these days, it will change.
Okay, thank you. Well, what you're saying is in the fact that on the WBS, when you have a figure like the one you have in the installation of pools and valves, 19, yeah, you have to calculate down the activities, and when there is when it's not up to, when you check it out, it's not up to the number on the number of the WBS. That is a start to start or start to finish on the activity, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but don't bother yourself about this. So look at what we normally check. What you should be checking is they will come and tell you mobilization, when is it starting and when is it finishing. So you are not interested in the number of days here, but what you are interested in is the start and finish days. And if by any means the start and finish day does not align, you now work on the relationship or the duration. The relationship is how are they executing? Like look at here now, under mobilization. Mobilization, we have, instead of 90 days, we have 75 days. Right? So it means that there is a start-to-start relationship that exists between these 3 activities inside this WBS. So if somebody said, no, it's too small, I want to increase it, I go and remove the start-to-start and make it finish to start. Let's say for here now, let me do this now. I click on this second one. Let me look at the one. This one is finish to start and start to start. I change it to start to start, right? I will go here and I'll activate reschedule. You will find out that automatically now, sorry, I went and changed it in another place. So this one remains like that. I need to change it here. I need to change it here. So automatically, if I reschedule it, you now see the impact on the schedule. The date will change. So automatically now you are seeing 105. So if I click on this one again, this one is start to start. I can also change it, okay, to finish to start. So that's how the stuff keep on changing. I don't know if that's clear.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay. So the area we are looking at is how to screenshot and send your report. So to screenshot and send your report, just do snipe tool, and then let's say I want to take this. The snipe tool will come out. It will come out. You click on new. Okay. When you click on new, you just anywhere you want to start from. If you want to start from this activity here or the whole screen, let's say I want to start from here. I'll click here. Just press the left mouse button. I will drag anywhere I stop. That's where it will stop. So if you want to paste on WhatsApp, I just do Control C, or you click on Edit and you say Control C. You say copy, and I can open my WhatsApp. If my WhatsApp is on, I can open it. Okay, I can open my WhatsApp here and I paste it. Let's say I want to paste it here. I can come here and I paste it, which is pretty fine. So you can see it here. I will send. I can put a caption on it and I send. So when I send it as my assignment, somebody can review it and the person will also comment on it. It's just as simple as that. Okay. So this is just as simple as that. So this is how, and when you look at it, you find out that it's very neat. So even in your report, I can also paste it in any Word document. Let's say, for instance, I want to send a report. I can paste it in MS Word document. I open Word. This is MS Word, and I say Control V. Click on where I want to paste it. I do Control V. You will see it here. So this is how you actually do screenshots. So now the question is this: if I want to send it for my team to review, should I use screenshot? No, you shouldn't use screenshot. So instead, you export it to PDF, okay? And which is the next thing we want to talk about, right? So going forward, all the assignments you'll be submitting, I will be expecting you to put it in PDF and send it across. And how do you do that? So you can go to File here and you click on Print Preview. That's the first step. If you don't want to use this method, you can use this one, the shortcut. You can see this Print Preview here. If you place your cursor here, you see Print Preview. You can use it, okay? And when you click on it, it will open this area for you. So now, if your own display like this, nothing to bother about. But if your own is showing something,
please, can you do a recap? Can you do a recap, please? Sorry, can you do a recap, please?
So we are looking at how to export to PDF. In case you want to review, like you are done with your PCs, your schedule, you want your team to review it. You want them to look at your work because you will do what we call the internal review before you send to your client to review. And if there is no comment, you baseline, okay? So for you to do the internal review, you must send it in PDF because it's only the planners that have PCs in their system to view this schedule. If you are not a planner, they will not install PCs for you. So nobody will see what you are doing. And like what I said, for the class and small report you'll be sending in your organization, you will use the Snipe tool. But for reviewing your schedule or official report, you will use PDF. So to put it in PDF, we have done the Snipe tool. We are now looking at the PDF. To put it in PDF, I say first step, click on File, click on Print Preview. It will open. When it opens this screen for you, you click on Page Setup. The first thing you will see here is Page Setup. You click on it. Page Setup will open. First of all, nothing is being displayed here. I will go to Option. Under Option, I will click Activity Table to display. I will press Apply. My activity table have displayed. You see the way it looks like. If it's not okay for me, I'm not seeing the Gantt chart. I will check the Gantt chart again. You see the Gantt chart here? I will click on Gantt chart. I will click on Apply. The Gantt chart will appear. You can see the Gantt chart there. Okay. So if it's not visible, I don't like it, I will go back to Page Set Page, under Page, to start my formatting. So first thing is, I don't like leaving it on landscape. I normally put it on portrait. So please maintain portrait is better. Next thing is, if I want to see this screen, which is under my scaling, how do I want it to look? Very big. Now it's showing me everything together, which is pretty fine. And I may say, no, I want it to fit this page on one. I click on this. You find out that it looks very small. Okay. I can say, let me adjust it manually and use my hand and increase it. Let me say, I will say here 30. I will put 30 under this adjust to. I will click apply. So you see 30 is very small. Let me increase to 50. I will increase to 50. So 50 have improved it a little bit, but however, it has gone to 2 page. You see the page aspect now is 2 page. Okay, but it's 50. You understand? So this is how you manage it. But for me, I want to use the fit to scale. So under fit to scale, I put it only 1 page. And I press always maintain A3. Okay, unless it's a very small project, you can do A2. If you don't want to put the Gantt chart, you can do A4. So if I press this, you see it has enlarged. So I will go here is page 1 of 1, which is 1 page. Then the scaling is 85%. It means if I zoom it to 100%, this thing will be more brighter. Okay, so I will leave it here. I will go to the next one, which is margin. So margin is just the space between this, your paper, and where the schedule will start. So I always like putting 0.25. Okay, so in all the 4 sides. So you will see the effect now. If I click on apply, you will see the effect. So you can see there's a space around it. It makes it to look more mature. Okay. So the next thing, we go to the header. Okay. Under header, we want to put the company logo. We want to also add the title of the project and the client logo as well. Remember, the client logo will stay at the right-hand side, the title at the center, and your own logo at the left-hand side of your schedule. Now, to do this, currently there is only one. If I increase the height, you will see the space will come out. If I click on apply, you will see there's a space here now. This is the height. That's what this height is doing for me. So the height, I want it to increase more. Let me put it to say 1. Let me put it to, okay, 75 is okay. So it has increased. Then I want to divide this from here to here. I want to divide it into 3. So I will go here, I will say divide into, I will start increasing it to 3. You can see it is 3 now. If I click OK, you see it is 3. So there's already a title inside here, but I want each of these side here should be 25. Here should be. So I will come here, you see this line here, show session divided line. I will place my cursor here, I will left click and I will drag. As I'm dragging it, this percentage is changing to 25. That's where I will stop. It's reducing. I will keep on shifting to 25. I will stop here. Okay. I'll also do the same thing here. I will be taking it down to 25. I will stop. You see 25 here, 25 here. I will click on apply. You find out that here, center is bigger than this. Okay. Now I will put the client logo here. I will put my own logo here. I will start from this first one. It's already text. I will change it to picture. If I change it to picture, this is a picture here. You can browse a picture from your system. Let's say I want to use this as my own logo. I'll click on it, I press enter, I will press apply. So you can see the logo here. My own logo has come here. Then I want to put click on modify. The text is already here. So I can just, let me just highlight it. Let me reduce it. I will make it bold. I will reduce it to 18. Okay, I'll click on OK. Then I'll click on apply. So some text is not actually coming. Let me increase this once more, the height. I increase the height to 1. Okay, everything has come out now. Then I will go to the last one, which is this. I will click on it. I will select picture. So on that picture, look at what is showing. I will change it. Let me change it to this. Let me change it to this logo. I will click on apply. So you can see it. And then when I'm done, I will say okay. Then I will now go and click on print. You can see the print here. I will say print. So under this print, it will tell me what you want to print as. I want to print as PDF, right? Because I want to share it with my team. If you want to send to the printer straight, the same thing, you select your printer here. So, but there's no printer connected to this system, but I want to make it PDF. You can also print it as PDF and ask from PDF sent to your printer, which is perfectly fine. And that's the best method. So I click on print. It comes out. I will select where I want to save it. My desktop. I will now put the name. So I can put, I can just type, I will say, okay, schedule. Okay, I already have something that looks similar here. Okay, so I'll click on it. Yes, let me remove this PDF attached at the end. So I can just do save. Okay. But you can type anything you want to type, right? And it will show you this report printed. You say okay. As long as you say okay, you can close this. Look at this sign for closing here. Then after closing it, you minimize, go to your desktop, you will see it. Look at it here. I'll now double click. If I double click on it, it will open for me. So you will see exactly what, this is exactly what we have scheduled, okay? This is what we have scheduled. So now I can now share this with my team through mail. I can also share it through, I can share it through mail. I can share it through WhatsApp. I can attach it as a file in WhatsApp and I will send as my own assignment, okay? I don't know if this is pretty clear and if there are questions. So that's just how to send. So under here, I can browse. Sorry, I can't see my Okay, let me just drag and drop. I can't see the attach.
And the sky videos, this one.
So I just click here, I drag it and I paste it here. Then you can see it, I can put caution as assignment. I put caution as assignment. So I just push it forward, that's all. So I've also sent it. Okay. Okay, I was thinking this is my, okay, no wahala. All right, so this is how to, this is basically how to export to PDF, okay? So you can send through mail for your team to review. When they are done reviewing, they will send back to you, you effect their comment, okay? So you effect their comment, and after their comment, you send back to them again for final review. After final review, you can now issue it out for sign out, okay? This is just basically the steps to create, this is the steps we have here to create a schedule. So now let's look at the next aspect, which is creating baseline and assigning baseline. Okay, so I don't know if there's any question on this. If there's no question, we can go ahead and proceed with the last one, which is creating of baseline and assigning of baseline.
Yeah, James. Hello.
You can be audible, we are not hearing you.
Okay, thank you for where you have taken us to. It's been a very interesting class, even though I started very late, and I want to make an appeal, and my appeal is all about if you have any recorded video about assigning duration and creating relationship. I didn't start quite early. I've made some classes, so. And secondly, I want to ask, because this your chart is not that visible to see. So the people you are sending this report to, are they going to look at the charts or the table while carrying out their inspection or whatever? Are they going
Come
to look
again,
at the chart?
you said the chart is not what?
It's not that visible that you can see the relationship as it goes.
Okay, so let's review the chart again. Do you have any other question?
No, I've already asked my question earlier. If there is any
So I get your question because of time. Okay, so now look at the chart. Let's look at the chart now. Yeah, it's not visible from your end, but there's what we call zoom here. So you can zoom this chart. This is 100%. So if it's not still visible, so I don't know if you are still seeing the same chart. Is it clear on your side now?
Yes.
And so you can zoom it to look at it, right? Yeah, but you can also help them, because that's why we are doing those settings. All those settings we are doing is the reason why we are doing it is to make sure that people can see what we are sending out. So you can help them to set it very well in the pieces before exporting it. You understand?
Okay.
So that's for the chart. Okay, then for the recorded video, yes, I will send a recorded video on that so that you can go through it. It's pretty simple. And also the last class we did, I think, is there. If you watch the second to the last class, I've posted it. You can see how we assign resources and all there. But I will do a short clip that can just give you a very quick guide to that. So now for the guys that are reviewing this, they are going to review it line by line. You understand? So they are going to review it line by line. So they will come here. And let me also tell us, we are not going to give them all these things, like this calendar column. Okay, let's just redo this. Let me just set it a little bit so that it will look somehow mature. I click on preview. Okay, before that, let me remove some certain things. So if you are sending for review, you don't send everything. I want to remove most of this column. They don't need it. They don't need it. Okay, so I'll click on, I will right click here. I will right click here. I will just right click here, anywhere here. I will click on column. I will click on column. So, James, is it an old hand? I will click on column. I will remove calendar. There's no need showing them my calendar. I will remove the performance and schedule. So I don't know what is in your own. So the only thing I want to show them is start and finish. So I'll click on apply. You see the menu now has, my screen now is now neater and cool. So for review, this is what you're expected to show them. You can wish to show them your baseline start and finish date. That's good. But we haven't assigned baseline, so there's no need for baseline now. Okay. So this is what I can share with anybody. So I can also look at this side of my schedule. You see, it's very long, right? So I can decide to break it down. It's like it's on days. I can make it a weekly stuff. I will click on time scale. Yeah, it's week and month, but why is it so long? Okay, let me make it week and month is okay. Week and month is okay. So project start date, fine. Calendar is okay. Okay. All right, so this is pretty fine. So I will go back to my print preview. So this is my print preview. So I can look at the way it's looking like. So I can just, okay, what can I do? Can I be able to increase this? Because you need to make it visible for your team to look at. Let me just use feed to page, one page. Let me see if this is getting it worse. Let me use the adjustable column, but it's just that it might give me more than one page. Let me put 80 here. And let me say apply. So I think this look a little bit bigger, but it's giving me 3 page. Okay. And for me, I don't need 3 page. So I can still use this. I can use this. Okay, so you can see it now look bigger now. Gents, if you can see very well, it's very neat now, right? So I can proceed to export. I can proceed to export. So what I did was pretty simple. Let me look at it again. So look at what I did. I make this 100% adjustable. Then I use fill to page and it now increase it. And it still maintain one page for me, okay? And so your question is now answered. So I can now say print. So I can just come here and say schedule review 2. I will say schedule revision 2.0. I've done the 1.0, which is the first one. I click on desktop where I want to save it, and I wait until it shows me reports printed. I say okay. So I will now close this. I will minimize. I will go and open it again. So schedule revision 2.0. So I think this one is better off now, right?
Sure.
That's just so the way you want them to see it, you can just make it to look like that. So it's your own job to look at it. So what they are now looking at is the duration and your days. And as soon as they are clear, if they have questions, they can call you. Sometimes it can be a meeting that will be scheduled and everybody will be in that meeting to look at this. Okay, so let's quickly look at baseline. let's look at baseline. Okay, so now
Okay,
what is a baseline?
One more question, please.
Go ahead.
Okay, some chart I've seen, some chart I've seen showing green. What does it mean? What is the difference between the green chart and the red one?
Okay, so if you're in our last class, the class that had, I think that should be on Thursday. So I explained what we call